On the enterprise side, the best heuristic that I've seen is something that I learned from one of my teaching partners, Mark Leslie, that he published in a paper he co-wrote called The Sales Learning Curve that is available if you Google it. It's an article in the Harvard Business Review. And basically, Mark and Chuck Holloway, his co-author, found that there's a learning curve to sales just as there is to manufacturing. And that uh, companies really, the growth of companies doesn't really take off until the sales yield is greater than one. Now, sales yield is defined as a numerator equal to the contribution margin or gross margin generated by a sales team. That's a sales rep, a systems engineer, and a portion of an inside sales rep who does prospecting. And the denominator is the cost to field the team. So typically it might cost $200,000 or $250,000 to hire a sales rep for a year. It might cost 150, 175 for the systems engineer. There's additional money for the inside sales rep who does the prospecting, and then there's the management overhead. So the total cost to field a sales team is generally $500,000 to $600,000. So you need to generate over $500,000 or $600,000 in gross margin per team before you really have product market fit. And then interestingly, what they found was that very quick, the sales yield, once it exceeds one, quickly goes to three. I don't know why this is. It might be like Pareto's law, the 80-20 law. It just happens to work that way. But it's really, really hard to get us to a sales yield of greater than one, because in order to do so, you need to have found a desperate customer, not just any customer, but a desperate customer. And you need to figure out how you articulate what it is that you do to that desperate customer. So you're in discovery mode until you hit that sales yield greater than one. Then it very rapidly goes from one to three.